Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Keith with Positively Osceola. And, I tell you, we hang out with some pretty awesome folks, and it never ceases to amaze me that that we every day get to have dynamic discussions that are should be relevant to people that are hanging around the Osceola County area, specifically St. Cloud. But none are more exciting than the one we're going to have today, and that is because we were with Maryemma Bachelder, the Director of Communications of the City of St. Cloud. Title I got correct.
Excellent. Good job, Keith. Good afternoon.
You keep doing it long enough, you don't bounce into errors much, but that's not what
There
we'll
you
call
go.
today. So obviously, this started out with absolutely no issues, no challenges, and no technological issues.
None whatsoever. It's been smooth sailing ever since 20 minutes ago when we started.
That's right. I should start holding up my letters and things that have fallen on
There
the
floor. You go.
It's all good. So how's your day going?
So far, so good. It's been busy but great. We started off with our employee memorial ceremony this morning, and we've been rocking and rolling all day since. So
it's kind of what you guys do over at St. Cloud.
That's what we do. Yes, sir.
It's true. It's true. We'll talk about all the cool things that have been going on in St. Cloud for sure. And then we can highlight a few things that are coming up for darn sure. But
Awesome.
I guess I would, we're kind of just letting some people catch up and get on to the fact that we're online right now. But so somehow it seemed like it was Christmas or January about an hour ago, and now it's almost summer.
And now we're going to tap 97 degrees next week, I understand. So it's going to be full on summer. Yeah, we blinked and December's gone.
Yeah, not for the faint of heart, but that's us. We're tough down here in Florida.
That's right. Yes, sir.
We done growed well. We're good. All right, let's make it official here and welcome you to our Coffee Club Talk Live. Here we go. That's very latte-esque, but truth be told, I'm a black coffee drinker.
What? I'm a latte girl myself. I love a good latte. I love some Cuban coffee. Yeah, the sweeter the better. If I'm going to have caffeine, it's got to be sugared up.
Yeah, my wife loves to have a tall soy latte from some provider of such drinks.
Nice.
I like that straight up. Give me a black cup of coffee and let me know I'm drinking coffee. I don't want to make believe I'm drinking milk.
Well, I've gotten a little spoiled here with the Cuban cigar place around the corner from City Hall because they make a great cafe con leche. And some afternoons you just need a little hit of caffeine, and they're just too convenient. So
yeah,
I may or may not be caffeinated up this afternoon.
Those are some great folk down there. I like it.
They really are. Yeah, super. Yeah.
So that's kind of a great segue into the changes that exist in St. Cloud. And I know that we're super honored to have you guys and some of the staff in City of St. Cloud come spend some time on these kind of broadcasts and chat about certain segments of what the city's doing or certain segments of the community. But in reality, overall, what hits me is, and I've been here over 30 years. So what hits me is it's really in the last, I would say 5 years, maybe even a little less, probably 3 years, really has amped up in how it's evolving to be a place that people don't just drive by to get to the turnpike.
Right.
Right. I used to say that. I used to say that in Christmas. You and I I think we talked about this the last time it was a monthly market. I can say, I used to drive past and gosh, I wish we could just make a right-hand turn into New York Avenue and kind of hang out somewhere, or Pennsylvania Avenue and hang out. And that just wasn't the time, but it is now the time, the monthly market.
Yeah, we've had conversations internally. Our downtown is doing so well, despite having just been through a pandemic and still really coming out of that. We've had new business started up in the middle of that. The cigar factory is one of those. And there's been some restaurants and other businesses that have started up. And one of the issues we're having downtown now is it's hard to find parking sometimes.
Right.
If you come down here any evening, kind of midweek through the weekend, there's a lot of people down here. People are visiting different restaurants and bars and shops, and it's a good problem to have, and it's one that we're working on solving as far as parking goes. But as you mentioned, it's something that even a few years ago, most people couldn't have fathomed that would be an issue in downtown St. Cloud. So it's an issue that we're working on, but it's a good problem to have. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember the many, many years ago, my wife and I would walk the streets of downtown St. Cloud. And we are actually fans of antiques. We like that stuff. We liked it more when we were younger because now I can't fill the house with things, But we did when I was younger and we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great downtown, a lot of different antique malls and all that. But that's not what today is. And there's still some of that represented, which is wonderful.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's definitely changed the area. So, one of the things I was going to say today is, and this is going to be bragging right to you, but when a city or a town or any kind of a community is growing and evolving, I think we all know that's what's happening with St. Cloud. That can be missed because we're all so busy. What's happening can be literally overlooked. We can be unaware as residents. We can be unaware of what's going on around us, whether that be St. Cloud, Kissimmee, Osceola County, whatever that is. It's hard to stay on top of what's happening. It happens so rapidly. That's where the importance of communications comes in.
Right.
And so hats off to you. And again, during a pandemic, it's been challenging for sure. We're all in different places, than we would think we would typically be, but somehow St. Cloud really did amp up how you've communicated to the community. So how did you say? Was there a meeting when you said, "Look, whatever we do, we've got to make sure we're consistently communicating to the people in the area because otherwise they have no way of knowing what's happening"? Was it an intentional thing or was it something just kind of came about?
No, it absolutely has been intentional. And when I came on board with the city last summer, that really was the whole purpose of this position. Our city manager and deputy city manager and the leadership team here really felt that it was very important for the city to focus on doing a much better job of telling their story, communicating to the citizens of the city limits, and as well as the other stakeholders in the area who maybe don't live in the city limits but consider St. Cloud their home. They live, work, and play here, just to keep them updated on what's going on. Whether that be our activities, what's happening with our city council, just any issues going on. They really wanted to put a big focus on communication. The last thing you want to do is be the best kept secret in town when you've got so much good stuff going on. So that has been an absolute intentional, very strategic focus for the city for the past year, at least. Yes.
And it's noticeable. And with citizen publishing as it is in social media, so that's where we live. 24 hours a day it seems. So it couldn't possibly be more important for the source of information to communicate regularly and consistently. You've done a great job in that, and amid a pandemic.
Yes. And, we are always evolving the way that we do that. Communications by its very nature can never be static. Right. 100 years ago when the dinosaurs walked the earth and I went to college and got my degree in communications, most of the vehicles that we use now to communicate didn't even exist then. So, we learn, we evolve, and we grow as we go. Obviously, social media has become a big way for people to communicate and to interact with each other. We do a lot of that. The city has social media sites on all the major social players. We also just started this quarter a new community newsletter because we understand that a lot of our residents aren't really as into the electronic media, so they still prefer kind of that printed product. So we delivered one for this second quarter, and we actually inserted it into several of the print publications in and around the community in April. And moving forward, we plan to continue that quarterly, again, inserting into some of those print publications. And we will also be direct mailing to all of our residential utilities customers. So that'll hit our our city residents as well as those in our service areas for our utilities customers. So, but, and again, just as another vehicle to get information out. And it's interesting because the week that newsletter, I call it a newsletter, it was a 4-page just kind of little magazine on what's going on in the city.
Right.
And I had a call from a lady here in St. Cloud who had seen the article on the front page of that about our 10th Street survey that we're doing in conjunction with Metro Plan Orlando. And she had heard nothing about it up to that point. And, we had done news releases and we had done social, we'd done media interviews. None of those touch points hit her, but this printed insert into the newspaper caught her eye and she was able to see it there. And she called me, we talked about it for a long time, and she was just so excited that we were doing this. So again, we're trying to communicate with people and meet them at their level and communicate with them the way that they like to, and it's effective for them to get information. So.
Yeah, imagine the moment when she said, "My gosh, I didn't know anything about this."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's what she called me. She's like, "How come you haven't put any information out before now?" So I had to kind of walk her through all that. But I told her, I said, "You are my favorite phone call of the week," because
right.
she just proved to me that what we're doing, this new thing that we added, is absolutely needed and effective for our community. So yeah.
And then you're being considerate to all residents, which is a big deal.
Exactly. Yeah, we never want to overlook and leave anybody out.
Gotcha. So why don't we shift to what's coming or what's going on kind of thing, or what's
absolutely. So hot on the press this afternoon, 5:30 to 7 over at Marina Banquet Hall.
Did you just freeze up?
Did I? Keith, you're frozen.
That wasn't weird at all.
Not at all. I was just texting you like I logged out and back in, but yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, I heard you ask me if I was frozen, and then you froze, and I had nothing else after that.
I'm trying to think of what the best. Well, we're there. I mean, we're not still there. It ended. Oh, hey, we're live still.
Okay.
I'm looking at us live.
Gotta love technology.
Hey, look.
Here we are.
All right, we're live.
All right.
So everybody's patient, and you can see us trying to fix this thing. You know what happened, right?
I started talking about our meeting, and it just blew it up, apparently.
No, that wasn't it.
No. What was it?
You talked about print media, and it blew up the internet.
It blew up the internet. All right, I'll never make that mistake again.
My gosh.
Lesson learned, Keith. Lesson learned.
The last word was mine, though. What did I say? I said you're being considerate of everyone's communication needs, and then the internet broke in half.
Fade to black, yeah.
But I would say the most important thing is your hair day is still kicking. So
well, okay, this is all that matters then, right? Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
If only that were true.
And this is another reason why nobody should swear when they think they're not online.
Listen, we've had enough open hot mic issues in the national scene to all learn that lesson.
That's right. Us little local folks should learn from those big people.
From the people who have made national blunders, right?
Yes. So basically, when we go back and watch this, if we were to have the time to do such a thing, there would be there's going to be this magical blip, and then my head's going to be down talking about what we should do.
Pop back up. What are we going to do?
That's awesome. Well, it's the small things in life, isn't it? All right. So where the heck were we? You're talking about.
We were about to talk about our meeting tonight and some of the other good things going on in St. Cloud.
Bam, rocket.
Does that sound good as a plan B anyway?
Yeah, it's either that or I play that coffee thing again.
The coffee thing, oh, it's fascinating, but then I'm going to want caffeine again. So let's talk about Chisholm Park and Lakefront Park.
Do it.
So this afternoon, 5:30 to 7 over at Marina Banquet Hall here at the Lakefront, we're doing a public workshop to talk about some draft plans we have to actually connect Lakefront Park with Chisholm Park. It's about a 1.3 mile trail that we're looking at. It would run from the east end of Lakefront Park over by Mississippi Avenue, take that little jog up to Rummel Road and go down Rummel to Chisholm Park. There's a couple of different options that are being considered. So the city staff and the consultant will be over there this afternoon from 5:30 to 7 to show those plans, talk to area residents that are interested in that, get your feedback, answer questions, and from there they will go back and develop some further plans for moving forward with that. So the neat thing about this is one of the city's strategic goals is to make sure that as the city moves forward and continues to grow, and we are, I think the last statistics I heard, we're like the 9th fastest growing area in the nation right now, St. Cloud is. So with that growth comes a lot of opportunities to make sure that you're managing that growth properly,
right.
And making sure that St. Cloud continues to be, and that we improve on it being a safe, walkable, and bikeable community is really key for us. So this would be another way, just linking those two parks. They're relatively close together. They're both beautiful parks. They kind of bring their own unique features to the table, but we see a lot of opportunity and need for linking those two. So whether you're on foot or you're bicycling, would be an easy little jog to get over there. Right now, Rummel Road is probably not a road that you would want to walk from the lakefront over to Chisholm on or bike on. So we're looking at improving that again for our residents and visitors to our community in the future. So, and it really dovetails nicely also with our plans for the Florida Avenue multi-use trail, right. Which, as you know, would go through that existing landscaped median down the middle of Florida Avenue, connecting our lakefront with the downtown area. So again, it's all focused on that that larger strategic goal for the city. And this was all adopted back in our strategic plan for 2018 to 2023. So these are things that have been in the works for several years now. Again, just enhancing the walkability and the bike ability of the city for our residents.
I find it, to be honest with you, I find it pretty impressive. Not to be the, only positive talk forever and ever, amen. But honestly, it's pretty impressive. So we have a pandemic that has just really skewed all kinds of scenarios just in the communities we're living in throughout the world, really. But with the growth being so rapid in St. Cloud, really in Osceola County, St. Cloud, it's just so much growth, so rapid. And I think the pandemic has probably boosted that even. People want to get down here. And so it's got to be something to stop in the middle of a meeting and say, hey, with all this economic development, with all this growth, a lot of commercial pressure coming into District 5 in Osceola County. Obviously, this is District 5. So much land potential that doesn't exist in Orange County. It doesn't exist in Seminole County. It exists in Osceola County. And then again, in this district specifically. So a lot of pressure for other kinds of development. So big kudos to City of St. Cloud leadership, all of you guys, to be able to stop and say, look, let's get the green space going. Let's because it's quality of life, right?
Absolutely. And that's really one of the key drivers behind the city's decision last year to purchase what was formerly known as Hastings Ranch. Right. Just that preservation of green space, park space. It's a beautiful, nice event venue, so, and those things are going to be, as you mentioned, critical. They already are, but moving forward with the new growth, so many new people moving to the area, it's just going to be critical that we preserve those spaces now while we still can, so that moving forward we have those resources available for our residents in the community.
Well, it's exciting. We love seeing it, love hearing about it. So I'm looking forward to the details as they come out. Looking forward to seeing it and experiencing it. This is our home too, so it's a good thing. Awesome. So what else you got? What else is coming up?
So, I tell you, I am never bored in this job. There's always stuff going on, and it's, fortunately for me, it's a mix of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm never bored. But a couple things I wanted to highlight. Toward the end of the month, of course, we have the Memorial Day weekend coming up, and as you and I'm assuming most people know, this is not just a kick off the summer, holiday weekend. This is a very somber holiday for our nation, where we commemorate those that we've lost in wars and battles. So, and of course, being the Soldier City, and with the city's rich history tied to the military, we certainly every year take that seriously. So we are going to be having our Memorial Day ceremony. It's a wreath-laying ceremony over at Mount Peace Cemetery again this year on Memorial Day, which is Monday, May 31st. That will start at 10 a.m. Our crews are going to be live broadcasting that as well. So typically we'll have 200 to 300 people there. I know we've got confirmation that several of our state legislators are going to be there. There's a lot of community partners that work with us to put this event on, but it's going to be just a really, really nice event commemorating Memorial Day. So we invite the community out. Again, that's at Mount Peace Cemetery, Memorial Day morning at 10 a.m.
Awesome. I know last year was slightly disrupted because of the pandemic.
Yes.
Nonetheless, the mayor was there. I know Congressman Darren Soto was there, as well as a lot of other leaders from St. Cloud. So it'll be great. It'll be great to see the full-fledged deal back in place again. Very relevant.
Absolutely, and we're excited to be able to do that again. And also on Memorial Day, after that ceremony, we're going to have an event over at the Aquatic Center, the Chris Lyle Aquatic Center. So if you want to bring your family, you don't have anything to do that day, it's going to be from 11 to 5. It'll be $10 a person. We're going to have a lot of, food trucks, games, just a lot of fun activities going on over there. So we're just encouraging people, please come to the Memorial Day ceremony that morning at the cemetery. And if you don't have anything to do the rest of the day, feel free to join us over at the Chris Lyle Aquatic Center. I'm sure it will be Florida hot that day, so it'll probably feel nice to get in that pool and cool off a little bit as well.
Well, maybe it won't, hopefully it won't be as hot that day as they're predicting it will be this weekend.
Yeah, I've been looking at that. So
Oh, good.
we're hitting Florida summer, that's for sure.
We are that for sure. Well, we'll be there on Memorial Day. That's a beautiful ceremony. We'll certainly be there. So,
Awesome.
so what
Great.
else is happening?
Well, just looking forward a little further ahead. July 4th, we are back this year with fireworks. Again, the pandemic sort of put a crimp on a lot of our normal activities last year. So we're excited to be able to bring a lot of these things back this year. So 4th of July, starting at 5 p.m. down at the lakefront, we're going to have live music. We'll have food trucks. Fireworks begin around 9 p.m. So make plans, bring the family, come on down to the lakefront and enjoy a nice 4th of July traditional celebration with us at the lakefront this year.
One of my favorite holidays in this area, and I tell you, it is St. Cloud is well known for having just an amazing display of fireworks. It's amazing, really.
Yes,
Love it,
yes.
love it.
I'm excited. This will be my first one here in St. Cloud, so I'm excited for seeing it. So, and I'm sure the community is ready since they missed last year. So.
Yeah, it's basically this. It's a zillion people at the lakefront, and then everybody goes to Dairy Queen.
Perfect. I'm all about anything that includes Dairy Queen as a nightcap.
I'm telling you. It's like, why didn't we all just hit 18 and buy a Dairy Queen?
We should have, Keith. We missed that boat, didn't we?
I know. You never know. Maybe that's the next thing we do,
When we retire, we'll buy a Dairy Queen.
Bam. But it is, and obviously in great band. I loved seeing Harlequin being the band.
Harlequin. Yes.
Great band, local fave. And so that's all good stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, lots of great things going on here in St. Cloud, and just looking forward to seeing everybody out at some of these events. And again, your first opportunity is tonight, 5:30 over at the Maryemma Banquet Hall.
Very cool. All right. Well, great information. We surely appreciate your help. Like I said, as we kicked this thing off today, there were no technical challenges, and certainly
none in the middle, none of that. Yeah.
We're figuring the sign off is going to be flawless as well.
I'm sure it will be. Yes, sir.
It's all good. Well, we appreciate you guys. I really am thankful for all the selfless amount of time that the leadership in St. Cloud has really put out there for the community. Again, it's hard for the community to know what that commitment level has been through such a crazy time. We've all, as people, we've all experienced it, but I know that you guys have worked tirelessly to make sure you're taking care of the community, and that public safety was the big deal.
Absolutely.
But the reality is the pandemic did not cease the responsibilities that our municipalities have out there. And you guys did a great job keeping it going. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And that's really a testimony to the leadership here we have in our city manager, deputy city manager, as well as our mayor and city council, that they were hugely instrumental in guiding and steering the boat that direction during that entire time.
Sometimes it takes the challenge for you to be able to see that the leaders are that strong. And I think that was very apparent in St. Cloud. We think Bill Sturgeon does a great job. Certainly Veronica Miller and the council, everyone over there, the whole staff, you guys kicked it up a notch. So we thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
You got it. All right, there you have it. No technical issues at this point. So we're going to take advantage of that and the always perfect internet. So again, thanks for spending some time with us today. Always appreciate it. Hope you'll come back soon. And it would be cool if we should kind of schedule like you and me once a month, kind of go through what's going on. And
I'm happy to do it. You know me, I'm always excited to tell our story. So anytime I'll come on and we'll chat.
All right. Well, I'll talk to the boss and get that straight over here. Cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. Thanks again. All right. Well, again, we are honored to have you. And again, this is Keith with Positively Osceola here with Maryemma Bachelder, the Director of Communications here at City of St. Cloud, together making a positive difference in and around Osceola County. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks.